I love that you know, you guys met at 17 and spent a bunch of your time talking about investing and talking about the path forward, and that's phenomenal, right? Like that's pretty crazy. I think pretty unique, I would say.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Very cool. And so, yeah, then you're dialoguing about this, you're getting into it. He's already kind of got his foot in those waters. And so
Yeah.
what do you guys do from there in terms of investing? How do you kind of collaborate and grow together from there?
Yeah, so what we did was one of the first, I think it was about the first year of marriage, maybe the second. His dad had actually, I wasn't a realtor at that point. I was going through university still because I was still young,
Yeah.
finishing my mom. But yeah, his dad had said, "Oh, you know, I heard of this property and you should maybe go approach them." And we're kind of like, "Oh, I don't know." And again, we're young, right? And
Yeah.
okay, yeah, we'll approach them. So we talked to them, and sure enough, they wanted to sell, and it was a fiveplex, and it was on a huge chunk of land. So we bought it, and my husband was not interested. Like it's kind of interesting how it is, right? But you'll have a certain amount of confidence, and then you can again be captured by fear, right? And so fear can overwhelm you. And so he was like, fiveplex, like this is crazy. Like, yeah,
Mhm.
I've got two houses, but five, like that just seems so big, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, well, it's just five of what you already have. So we ended up buying this fiveplex, and we used private money to do that. And then because it had a lot of land, then we built a building right parallel to it, and then we have parking in between the two buildings. And yeah, I remember helping him. We general contracted it with help from our parents.
Yeah.
And you know, so he was doing some of the installation on the weekends, and he did stucco for a pile of years. And so I remember I was pregnant with our first baby, and you know, helping him attach the wire so he could stucco it. And
Yeah.
yeah, just crazy different adventures. And then, you know, having kids, we have four kids. And so interweaving that with business and life. And it's just
Yeah.
been an interesting journey. That's for sure.
Yeah. Geez, for sure. So on that lot with that fiveplex, what was the second building that you built? Was it another residential building or an outbuilding?
Yeah, no, we built a fourplex right across from it. So the units ended up being a little bit bigger. But yeah, we went from having two to like within 2 years having nine. And then we just kind of kept growing slowly but surely. So we don't have this extravagant story of, you know, bought 100 units in 3 years or anything like that. It was just slow and steady amongst everything else that was going on, right? So we tried to live off one income and invest the other, and didn't go on a lot of trips when we were young or anything like that. And
Mm.
kids were young. It's like, well, they're not going to remember these trips anyway. So we kind of waited till they were a little bit older, but just tried to sock all the money into investing and continuing to buy different things. So,
Yeah.
so we've diversified a little bit between different towns, but for the most part, all within sort of that hour distance to Winnipeg. So all of our properties are still rural. And we'd be interested in investing in our major city, Winnipeg, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
You get comfortable with what you know, right? So
Mm.
yeah, so we've diversified between, you know, single family to multifamily. We have one commercial building. So a little bit of everything, and just sort of depends on what opportunity comes up. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Are there areas in and around you where you can still buy a turnkey single family home and cash flow?
Yeah.
Really? Huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, in the GTA looks back on those times and go, oh man, imagine if we could still do that. That's crazy. That's awesome.
Well, and that's a lesson too, right?